Voices of the underground coming on the rebound. Lisa,
Jane, Gina,
Catherine, Yasmin, Naomi. Voices of the underground coming on the rebound, yeah. We got voices. We got voices.
Where's Hanson?
rolling.
We can't start. The co-host isn't here yet.
This is Poetry Live, Voices of the Underground.
Our third episode in a series featuring 6 poets spanning 3 generations. You realize you're wearing the wrong outfit.
I just wanted everyone to know that the featured poet plays the guitar and is a head funker like me.
Or the performance poetry event, you mean?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I think you're getting a signal over there from the director to change your wardrobe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you need some help there?
Nah, go so.
You always have to be so extra.
Viewers, we'll see you after this break.
Voices of the underground coming on the rebound.
Select's Rodney Bay office is now open, but we are still available to serve you remotely. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 285-6796, 285-7859, 285-3593, or 285-3329. Or send an email to customersupport@luselect.com for assistance. Call 457-4433 to get bill balances. Use our free online service at myaccount.luselect.com for detailed account information and online bill payments through your bank. Customers may also take advantage of ShorePay's online or walk-in service. Luselect encourages you to practice social distancing. Stay home, stay safe.
Souvenirs at Island Gallery Shops, local cuisine at Oasis Food Court. Come upstairs, walk the strip for the best services at your fingertips. Caribbean Rum Shack, perfumery, and more. At the JQ Rodney Bay Mall, we've got it all. Shopping design with you in mind.
Shopping design with you in mind.
1, 2, mic check. Voices of the underground coming from the rebound side.
You really on set?
Yeah, actually, Memories of Grass Street, chapter 4, page 21. I consider myself extremely privileged to have grown up in the neighborhood of Grass Street in the heart of Castries. Between the late 1950s and late 1960s, Grass Street was a mélange of poverty and affluence, the noble and the ignoble, the rural and urban, old and young. The street was like a window to the world, deriving its unique appeal from a maze of commercial, religious, cultural, and sporting icon and edifices.
Yes, believe it or not, we on Grass Street. It was called Rue Zeb. It was an old street occupied by what was considered the poorer classes, freed slaves, etc.
Actually, there is an old booklet about 100 years old entitled Streets and Street Names, written by the historian Henry Breen in 1844.
National Archives again.
Yes, and with a little help from my research team, Jermo and Dixon.
Okay, we are running out of time. Let us have a look at Tragedy and Triumph. Jamaican poet and prose fiction writer Olive Sr.
Olive Sr. is a Jamaican poet born in 1938 in rural Jamaica in a farming family. Sr. is a poet whose undeniable talent and willingness to shake the table has resulted in a spectacular and impactful career. Her work is a significant addition to representation for the Caribbean in the field of literature, especially as a female poet. Coming from humble beginnings, through perseverance and dedication, Sr. has developed into a successful writer. After primary school, she attended Montego Bay High School, During this time, she worked as a journalist with the Daily Gleaner at 19 years old, starting her literary career. Growing up on a farm, Senior is well versed in the local plants, oral folklore passed down through generations. The cultural passion for plants and the environment surely seeps into her writing and becomes a part of her identity as an author. Senior's collection, Gardening in the Tropics, is perhaps the biggest example, containing many instances of such metaphoric and observational mention of plants and the vast terrain in poems like Pineapple and Mountain Pride. Senior eventually obtains a degree in print journalism at Clarington University in Ottawa. When it comes to her work, Senior's diversity is a very prominent feature. Among the list of her collections of poetry are Talking of Trees, 1985, Gardening in the Tropics, 1994, and anthologies of short stories, Summer Lightning, 1987, and The Pain Tree, 2015. She moves from Jamaica to Europe and then finally settles in Canada in the 1990s. However, this holds no bearings on her dedication to voicing the struggles of the Caribbean people. Being of mixed race, Senior is able to draw from personal experience in her vast treatment of identity in the Caribbean. In an interview with the Jamaican Gleaner, Senior articulates that her appearance has had an effect on her journey with self-identity and figuring out how to embrace herself for all her races/ethnicities. She receives glowing recognition over the years with international prizes and awards, such as the Commonwealth Prize for Literature in 1987 and regional ones such as the Musgrave Gold Medal from the Institute of Jamaica, Literature in 2005. Olive Senior depicts the strength, resilience one might expect from a poet who grew up with a strong sense of self. She has demonstrated an ever-growing talent as well as a dedication to having significant impact on Jamaica and the wider Caribbean society through her work.
We got voices, yeah. Poetry.
I see you have your guitar there.
I read somewhere that Olive Senior abandons the rudiments of meter and rhyme in her poetry.
Oh, that's interesting. Her work is unique, just like our featured poet, Naomi Grandison, who infuses vocals in her verse.
Speaking about verse, let's take a look at the literary device in the music of Meshach, Mr. Greedy Joe.
This is the voice of the sufferer. And I say death and judgment unto all black and white dumb pressers. Justice shall come to the poor.
Meshach uses symbolism to illustrate the economic and social disparities between the rich and poor in society. It personifies the attitude of the rich towards the poor, as Mr. Greedy Joe, much like Uncle Sam, symbolizes capitalism. The rich seem oblivious to the sufferings of the poor and the inability to obtain even basic needs such as food and clothing. He repeats words and phrases such as fire, waiting in vain, tomorrow, to show how desperate the situation is, and he wishes vengeance on the rich. He uses the metaphors spread out his wings and the symbol of Christmas pie to show the rich enjoy life at the expense of the poor, to the point of portraying them as grasping and unsympathetic.
Well, Mr. Greedy Joe, he alone, one run the show. Spread out his wings like he alone have big room. Everything you ask the man, him say tomorrow, have you waiting in a vain? Hey, fire, 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 fire. Get that dog when he don't press a man. Fire, fire. Hey, sometimes some bread and water, bread and yellow butter. Mother couldn't find a dollar, not even a quarter. Me tired old papa, he my bus driver. Work hard for the master since Machi Calabar. Dada didn't reach by he get tricked by imposters. Dada live a life he never seek the holy emperor. struggle, me big brother and me mama. From the day we born, I don't press up on we shoulder, Mr. Joe. He alone, one run the show. Spread out his wings like he alone have he grow. Everything you ask the man, him say tomorrow, have you waiting in a pain.
Sometimes there are no words. We'll be right back.
Voices from the underground.
Coming on the rebound.
Lucelec's Brough Bay office is now open, but we are still available to serve you remotely. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 285-6796, 285-7859, 285-3593, or 285-3329. Or send an email to customersupport@lucelec.com for assistance. Call 457-4433 to get bill balances. Use our free online service at myaccount.lucelec.com for detailed account information and online bill payments through your bank. Customers may also take advantage of ShorePay's online or walk-in service. Lucelec encourages you to practice social distancing. Stay home, stay safe.
CDF is both a champion for cultural preservation and development change agent. Established in April 2002 by the CDF Act of 2000 as the agency responsible to align the aspirations of cultural and creative individuals, groups, communities, policymakers, and civil society through the implementation of the National Cultural Policy of St. Lucia, we envision a strong, united and proud St. Lucian community empowered by culture and creativity. For more information on how you can partner with CDF on some of our projects and efforts, go to cdfstlucia.org or contact Cultural Development Foundation, Barnard Hill, Castries, P.O. Box CP 5405. Call us at 457-9021 or send us a fax at 459-0615. Email us at info@cdfstlucia.org.
1, 2, mic check. Voices of the underground coming from the
Welcome
rebound.
back. You know I sing, right?
I can well imagine, but probably not as well as Naomi.
As you can see, people at the back of me, you have the garage where you used to have a lot of live performances and so on, you know?
Yeah, and performances like Naomi would have been extraordinary in a location like that. By day, she's a nurse healing the physical, and in the evening time when she's strumming her guitar and writing her poetry, healing the soul.
I absolutely love her songs, though. Her songs are absolutely beautiful.
Well, I'm a poetry type of girl, and the poem that she's written about St. Lucia being a mother and giving birth to all these cultures and the fruits and the vegetables and everything that is local, I think that is an amazing poem.
Okay.
Yes. So now we actually have an interview with Naomi Grandison, ordinary women with extraordinary talent. So Naomi, what was it like for you the first time you went on stage, the first time that you performed?
I recall it was at Ave Maria school, actually primary school. Miss Klein had a choir, was part of it, and I was so scared and nervous. I was literally shaking my voice. I couldn't get the notes out the way I had it practiced or in my brain. So it felt like my voice was just shaking the whole time. It was nerve-wracking, really, really nerve-wracking.
So do you think in your poetry that you want to express the human emotion, the struggles that we go through, the triumphs? What is it for you that you want to express in your poetry?
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think for some reason I just have this desire to be very authentic about what we go through as a people. And I want to be able to express that so that there can be a sense of identification from the audience and a release too, because I do it for myself most of the time. I do it to just get my emotions under control and my thoughts out there. So, and also to probably plant a seed too in the minds of others. Because before I knew what I knew, I didn't know. Somebody had to plant a seed. And I think that music and poetry is a very good and powerful avenue to do that.
Oh, that's wonderful. And here, this place inspires your creative process. Walk us through a little bit that process that you go through when you're beginning to write and how you express yourself.
I really love nature. I love coming here, especially by the ruin side, because there is some element of our history there when you look at the stone walls, and you look also to the sky, the blue and the sea, and the sound of the water. I think generally I have a couple of places where I get that, including Pigeon Point. So you find that when I get into a state of quiet, and almost like there's very little thinking, like after the reflection, I just spontaneously get words, I spontaneously get thoughts, and I would record it on my phone. So the process, it's that sometimes. Other times it's an issue that I have that's nagging at me, and I come here just to be able, or I go into that space, it could be any natural space, to be able to write it down.
So it's interesting how you're using these three realms to express yourself: the writing of the poetry, the singing, and also to the use of the guitar. So all of that in the performance, you can feel the passion whenever you're performing, and it's quite beautiful.
Thank you for that. Interestingly, I had a little bit of an issue calling myself a poet because I felt that I didn't have enough experience, or I hadn't studied creative writing specifically or understand all the forms associated with poetry. But I had an experience with Derek Walker's. There was this thing that CDF had during the month to celebrate Nobel Laureates Week, was it? And I had performed, and he asked to see me, and I expressed that to him, and he said, "Of course you're a poet. Your songs are poems." And I think since then I became more comfortable. And I think opportunities like what has been presented through CDF challenge me to use the music and connect it to the writings that I've had. I think sometimes we as artists, we need that avenue to motivate us, because I had these pieces there, and some of them I had not put the music to it,
yes,
you know?
Yeah.
You are that breeze, that gentle flow of air.
Now, having the vocals, the guitar, writing the music, how do you know when to put in the music into your verses?
Wow. I think it's just natural. It's almost like a talent. And it also has come through experience of listening to a lot of music and reading poetry and just studying the way things are written and what moves me and what songs people like. And I try to learn from that. And if it doesn't sound like it's flowing nicely, I stop.
Yes.
I do it at another point.
Yes.
And if it connects, I would share it with one or two people I trust and get their feedback. So I think most of the times it just comes out and it sounds good to me at that point. I just feel like I need to stop here and sing. Yes. That, as I said, it comes with experience of listening to and hearing the feedback from others too.
I think that's beautiful, and of course we're blessed to be here with you. It's
Thank
a
you.
blessing to be on this beautiful waterfront.
I know,
Blessing to
right?
listen to, share your poetry, your music, your talent,
Yes.
and you are a blessing to our island, St. Lucia.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You.
And
I'll
we
try to remember that.
And we thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yes.
And we hope that you continue to write, and we bestow lots of blessings upon you.
I've received the inspiration to continue writing. Thank you.
Excellent.
So much more, so much more. Yeah.
During Head Funk, Naomi and I became very close, and I all the creativity showed there.
Yeah, well, when I met with her, I felt that energy. She's very calm, very cool vibe. And I said, this beautiful woman, and then listening to her poetry, that beauty is very deep and inward. So I love it. I love her poetry, and I love her message, her positive energy.
And now we're going to take a look at her performances.
Oh no, oh no. Where do we look, where do we go? Oh no, oh no. drink the tears of suffering souls, wash away the dreams of children, erase the smile of our collective soul, yet look beyond ourselves for healing. We search for help outside our wisdom. We bought a prayer from the pulpit. We drown our destiny in oblivion, ignored the voice of inner logic. We search for help outside our wisdom. We dance the tunes of overseas. We traded our purpose for institution, got tangled up in policies. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Look where do we go? Oh no, oh no. I saw the face of wisdom in my solidarity, in the space between my thoughts, underneath the fake projections of society. It showed me how to befriend me, let others be, and take responsibility for my inner self-discovery. I recognized the power of my creativity and saw how I had become part of the insanity. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Where do we look, where do we go? Oh no, oh no. Where do we look, where do we go? Why search for help outside our wisdom? Drink tears of suffering souls, wash away the dreams of children, and complain about this world. We are the world. We are the world. We are the world. Aren't we? Dum 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 dum. The strength she was born with, it wanes with our worries, it strains with our intake of excess delicacies. Her function is hampered by clogged up pipes that were meant to serve her and help her do right by her bearer. She is a caregiver. Her desire is to provide, to nurture, to carry survival in rivers of red through the body. Her chambers, they hold and release this energy in an orchestrated rhythm, a beat, a pause, through links in the systems that yearn for her warmth, nourishment, protection that she carries in rivers of red. She carries in rivers of red. Oh, dum 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 dum. The bearer should help her consider her consistent exertion. Keep pressure at bay if you want her to stay. Kute, bagay ek twop sel, bagay ek mauvais gwes, Ektuab Sik Cafe, désolé. Her name is Heart. H-E-A-R-T. She helps. She energizes. She atones, relaxes, treats through survival in rivers of red. Through survival in rivers of red. Through survival in rivers of red. The strength she was birthed with, it wanes. Without worries, it strains. Without intake of excess delicacy, blocking survival in rivers of red. The bearer should help her, you should not hurt her. She just wants to give you survival in rivers of red. Dum 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 dum. Survival in rivers of red. Will you help her? O bearer, will you help her? Give you survival in rivers of red.
We got voices, yeah, poetry.
I think what really resonates for me is this cry for self-actualization. But you're responsible for that. You are responsible for your own creativity and for your own self-actualization.
Well, what I absolutely love about her poetry is that melange of voice and melody. You know, I cannot get over that. And here is her final performance.
I am a daughter of Lucia, a beautiful plant that has sprung forth from her dark, rich soil. I emerge from a land that nourishes and grooves and curves and dips along her contours. She bursts out cool waterfalls and hot springs, releasing minerals that cleanse. She relaxes. Whoa, ay, 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 ay. Woo! I come from a mother that's anchored in water. She gives me mangoes, soursop, and pawpaw. A mother with ground provisions and greens. On Twin Peaks, she elevates our vision and dreams. A mother who has birthed a bouillon of cultures: African, Indian, European, Amerindian. Cultures that bond in a Lucian identity of fun, fervor, prayer, and charity. Ek même si nous tout pas fort, nous sa parler Creola. Ek manger figvet, poisson, ek zaboka. Boy, ay 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 ay. Woo! My mother has asked me to speak to her children, remind them of their beauty, inspire ingenuity. For when others come to visit, they want to see us, not foreign manufactured products. So if we care for Mother Lucia, clean and adorn her, don't hurt or deplete her, we will surely shine brighter, and Mother Lucia will prosper. I come from a mother, I come from Lucia. I come from a mother, I come from Lucia. I come from a mother, I come from Lucia. I come from my mother. I come from Lucia. Why, ay, 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 ay. Why, ay, 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 ay. Why, ay, 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 ay. Why, ay, 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 ay.
We got voices, yeah. Poetry.
Overall, it was a truly engaging performance. Music, poetry, the works.
And I think we cannot end without underscoring an important message, that we are responsible for keeping the environment clean. We are responsible for keeping St. Lucia beautiful. Now, Hanson, if she had a solo performance, you know I in that.
I feel that. Good vibe. Next week for our fourth poet.
We're not telling, it's a secret.
In order to find out who it is, make sure you tune in next week for more Poetry Live, Voices of the Underground.
Voices from the underground.
Coming on the rebound.
The rebound sound.
We got voices.
Voices.
Better than the rest. We got voices. We got voices, yeah.
The rebound sound.
Poetry. 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 Poetry.